What is up, Z Fighters? It's Manga Adventures, and it's part 2 of What If Android 21 Was Canon, which was well received. So if you like my videos and want to see more, subscribe and check out my community tab. I want to make a Goku what if soon and posted some ideas there. Vote on what you want and leave an idea if you have one. Anyway, let's jump into the story. 7 years have passed since the defeat of Cell. Vegeta has found a great and consistent sparring partner in 21, making him stronger than his Canon counterpart. Meanwhile, Gohan took a back seat to his training so he can focus on studying. Things are going pretty much exactly like Canon, except for one thing, and that's who makes the Great Saiyan Man costume for Gohan. That would be 21, who, if you remember, would be the same age as Trunks. So even though she has the mind of a great scientist, she has the maturity of a child. So she thinks the idea of a great Saiyan man is just the coolest thing ever. She makes him a variety of useless items like a motorcycle to ride into action or a specialized line to capture enemies, etc. I find it hilarious imagining the tough looking Android 21 looking at Gohan in awe, saying how cool the Great Saiyan Man is. But enough of that, let's continue. Goku would announce he's entering the tournament, exciting everyone. The Z Fighters would meet Shin, who tells them about Majin Buu. He plans to get Gohan's energy absorbed so they can find Babdi's lair. Everyone goes there except the boys and 18. And since 18 stayed behind, 21 also chooses to as well, seeing this as a prime opportunity to fight the person who defeated Vegeta 7 years ago. The two are next to go at it in the tournament. Remember, everyone was told not to turn into Super Saiyan, and 21 wants to follow that rule even though no one else did. Not because she was told to, but because she wants this fight to be even, and using Super Saiyan would be an easy victory. The two start off exchanging blows on the ground before the battle switches to the sky. 18 realizes she's slightly weaker than 21, so she gains some distance and launches a Destructo Disc. The energy blade flies past 21, who barely dodges it, but her coat wasn't so lucky. 21 attempts to attack again, but soon realizes 18 has control over the Destructo Disc, which circles back. She dodges once more, crossing her arms afterwards. You know that attack is dangerous, right? Only if it hits you, 18 retorts. Besides, you can lose an arm or two. Don't you have Piccolo cells? You're right, 21 smirks as she charges forward with blinding speed. 18 launches a Destructo Disc, but it goes right through what appeared to be 21. Shocked after she sees the android disappears, she looks behind her only to be met with a fist that sends her crashing into the ground. 21 wins by ring out and then offers 18 a hand, but all she does is roll her eyes. I wanted the prize money so I can get off that island with the pervy old man. Oh, I don't need the money, just wanted an excuse to fight you. I'll forfeit because the Hercule guy is a joke and give you the runner-up money. 18 appreciates the offer, especially since she gets the prize money for third place as well. Hercule takes full advantage of this, telling the audience, of course no one would want to face the world champ. And as all this was going on, everything happened per Canon. Majin Vegeta fights Goku, giving Babdi enough energy to revive Buu. Trunks and Goten find out about Majin Buu from Videl and go check out the situation. 21, feeling obligated because she works for Bulma, follows Trunks to ensure his safety. The three manage to catch up to Majin Vegeta, who's facing off against Buu. After watching from the sidelines, 21 knows better than anyone Vegeta's limits and realizes even if she jumped in, they would stand no chance. She instead pulls out a capsule that releases a small ladybug-like machine that flies towards the battle. She follows behind it alongside Goten and Trunks, who want to help fight Buu. The boys thinking if they all work together, he won't stand a chance, but Vegeta knows this isn't the case. He hugs Trunks for the first time before knocking him out. A confused Goten is quickly knocked out as well. Vegeta tells 21 to take the two out of here, and she asks what he's about to do, to which he responds with he's blowing himself up. This may be the only way to kill this monster and atone for what I've done. 21 doesn't say anything and flies off. Vegeta turns around and gives his speech as he charges up his energy, but before he could finish, 21 uses a solar flare, blinding everyone. Then as quick as she could, blasts Vegeta, knocking him out, and carries him away alongside Piccolo, who has the boys. Now, Buu would have given chase if Babidi wasn't cut in half by Piccolo during the fight between him and Vegeta, so he prioritizes healing his master, allowing for a clean escape. They drop everyone off at the lookout and Goku comes soon after Vegeta wakes up, who demands to know why 21 got in his way. She steps up to the prince without fear, saying, "We have no idea what Buu could do. What if this would have been another Cell situation and he was immediately brought back stronger than before? You would have just thrown away your life while also making the situation worse, and 16 didn't die for that." Vegeta barks back, "Then what do you suppose we do?" And that's when the Ladybug 21 release earlier comes back. "We study the enemy," 21 answers. "While you were getting pummeled, I took some of Majin Buu's DNA. Maybe I can find a way to beat him with this." "That might not be necessary," Goku chimes in. "I have an idea. But first we have to wish back everyone killed by Vegeta, so Trunks will get the Dragon Radar." Vegeta wants to come along, but Goku tells him no. If Babidi finds out he's still alive, he could kill him with his magic like he did Spopovich. Vegeta clicks his tongue and reluctantly waits at the lookout. 21 sees no point in staying there, so she heads to her lab when the plan goes in motion. Goku is able to hold off Majin Buu with Super Saiyan 3 and even convinces the monster to kill Babidi, which removes Vegeta's Majin mark. So everything should be fine, but when he returns to the lookout, Vegeta isn't happy. Goku was holding back during their fight. He could have ended things quickly with Super Saiyan 3, but he didn't even try. This took a major blow to his pride, and he wants nothing to do with the Z Warriors, telling Goku to stay away from him. Goku chases after him, telling Piccolo to handle the fusion training. He catches up to Vegeta and apologizes for holding back, not wanting to add any unnecessary energy to Majin Buu's revival, but now there's no reason not to fight at full strength. "This is the least I could do, but I don't have long, so this fight will be quick." Vegeta doesn't back down, wanting to see the transformation up close. He powers up to Super Saiyan 2 at the same time Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, and the two clash only once, with the obvious winner being Goku. But Vegeta is grateful all the same, realizing Goku is the better between the two, but that doesn't mean he has to give up his pursuit of strength. He promises to help defeat Buu and watches over the boys' training. Goku smiles and fades away into Otherworld. And while all that was going on, 21 was trying everything to figure out what Majin Buu was. But all results came back negative, as if he was something greater than science can understand. It doesn't help that the radio is reporting all the cities being destroyed by Buu, so she's pulling out her hair trying to figure things out in a timely manner. Goku's new transformation she felt earlier wasn't enough, and now he's gone. 21 thinking that's what he had planned, leaving before he could explain fusion. Gohan died facing Buu, her and Vegeta weren't enough, the world could be doomed. That's when the idea popped into her head. Only Buu could defeat Buu. Maybe if she mixes her DNA with his, she could become a threat. But that would take years, and there's no guarantee it could even work. So she goes over the possibilities and finds a shocking conclusion. In Jiro's files, she finds her body was specifically made to add DNA with ease, though the possibility of success was low. Jiro's original plan for this cell prototype was to slowly add DNA from other Z fighters as time went on and study how this would affect her. He has backup DNA in his lab for this occasion, though the biggest risk besides death is if a dominant DNA would be added, how would that affect her personality? Would it take her over, change her, or would it stay the same? Jiro wanted to watch her closely to see if Vegeta or Piccolo's personalities shine through, but obviously he died before doing that and the lab was destroyed. So the only DNA available is Buu's. But is 21 willing to make that risk? That question is quickly answered because during this time, Fat Buu had become Super Buu and killed everyone on Earth. 21's mind was made up and she injected herself with Majin Buu's DNA. The rewriting of her genetics was incredibly painful. Her skin slowly turning pink, her hair turning white, and finally the huge tail growing from her body. When the process is over, she pants heavily and staggers to her feet so she can look in a mirror. Her eyes are the same, but for some reason her outfit changed as well. But that's not important. She seems to be herself still, albeit she has an appetite right now. Must have been from researching so long and the transformation. But she should be able to handle Buu now, fighting fire with fire. So she heads straight to the lookout, but is met by Buu tanks. How did this happen? Well, while 21 was going through her transformation, Buu would fight Gotenks in the time chamber. But things would go much differently because instead of just Goten and Trunks going in there, Vegeta also entered to make sure they take their training seriously and give them proper guidance. So it may have been 30 minutes on the outside, but it was a week of training on the inside. Super Buu goes in and Gotenks is taking this serious because Vegeta won't let him play around. He goes straight to Super Saiyan 3 and doesn't use silly moves like the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. He instead overpowers Buu with his burning Kamehameha, not even giving him a chance to counter. Now, Buu doesn't like losing, and it doesn't help that it's to a child, something Vegeta is constantly reminding him of. And that's when Buu gets an idea. Absorb Gotenks and make both of them pay. He's able to pull this off because Gotenks is still a child, and he wants a dramatic finish. So he charges up a powerful Ki Blast, only for Buu to absorb him before he could fire. Panic, knowing they have no way to beat Buu tanks, Piccolo blasts the door to the time chamber so no one can escape. This upsets Buu tanks so much, he screams open a portal back to Earth, though Vegeta and Piccolo can slip through since Buu tanks is so much more powerful than regular Super Buu, meaning the portal is larger and open longer. They were ready to fight to protect their loved ones, but luckily they don't have to do it alone. 21 arrives just in time. Now the three of them together aren't enough to beat Buu tanks, but with coordination from Majin 21 and Vegeta, who had years of training together, they're able to hold him off until the fusion comes undone, which was much quicker because the boys were Super Saiyan 3, reverting him back to Super Buu. After that is when Ultimate Gohan arrives, so the battle is pretty much won, and Buu knows that. Now it's a matter of who to absorb, and the answer should be obvious. The strongest one on Earth right now is Gohan. So while he gets cocky, Buu absorbs him, becoming Buuhan. Goku sees this in Otherworld and knows the situation is dire. So the old Kai gives him his Potara earrings and his life so Goku can help out on Earth. Thanks to 21's new abilities, she can distract Buuhan long enough for Goku to give Vegeta the Potara earring. And unlike Canon, Vegeta trusts Goku enough to immediately put it on, becoming the unstoppable Vegito, who destroys Buuhan, not leaving a trace. This is because if he had let himself get absorbed like in Canon, he would have left 21 and Piccolo alone to die. So he just finished the job, and thanks to retcon, they defuse immediately after. Using the Namekian Dragon Balls, they wish to revive all good people killed by Buu and Vegito, which unintentionally brings back good/fat Buu. Everyone is ready to attack, but Hercule vouches for Buu, promising he won't kill again. Goku also said if the Dragon Balls wished him back, he must be good. So they let him live. With that, everyone returns to normal, except for 21, who has to get used to her new body and appetite for sweets. And this is where I'll end part 2. I honestly didn't think this would be a 3-parter, but a lot more changed than I realized, or let me rephrase that, could have changed. I know others would tackle it differently, and if you're one of those people, hit me up on Discord, the link is in the description. But besides that, I'm honestly excited for part 3 because we will go back to the future timeline and tackle some, if not all, of Super. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys on the next video.